There's Blue Stag. Well, as Julian has already run through his form. Willie Carson's riding him for the first time since winning the D Stakes on him at Chester back in May. But that was a terrific run. Cash Asmussen rode him in the Derby when he was second behind Quest for Fame. He came from quite a long way off the pace that day. And as you saw there in the Irish Derby, he really had every chance apart from Barry. He didn't think that they'd gone fast enough early when he was fourth behind Salsabil. Not a very big horse, John.
No, but a really tough one. When Willie won on him at Chester, he was working on him from quite a long way out, and in the end he wore down Silmarez, who admittedly was giving £4, but has shown what a good horse he is by winning a Group 1 in France subsequently very easily indeed. Owner Robert Sangster also runs Middle Kingdom, who's a pretty good horse in his own right, and Michael Hills has the ride on him. Let's join Peter O'Sullivan.
That's it, and they're running. Star Streak on the far side, Defensive Play, Middle Kingdom, Karinga Bay, Private Tender, and the back marker at the moment is Blue Stag. Defensive Play going on now from Star Streak and Private Tender. Middle Kingdom on the inside, Karinga Bay, and Blue Stag the back marker. So it's Defensive Play, the Middle Kingdom on the inside of Private Tender, then Karinga Bay and Star Streak and Blue Stag. Defensive Play and Pat Edery making it from Steve Cawthon on Private Tender, with Willie Carson easing his way up on the inside now on Blue Stag to dispute the lead, in fact, now with Defensive Play. Willie, who's won no less than 4 of the last 10 runnings of this Gordon Stakes. On the inside, Pat Edery leads him on the outside on Defensive Play. Karinga Bay, Middle Kingdom and Private Tender prominent behind, and Star Streak now the back marker and Defensive Play. From Private Tender and Blue Stag on the inner, Karinga Bay, Star Streak getting closer. Middle Kingdom has dropped back to last of the sextet as they race towards the top of the hill. Defensive Play and Private Tender and Blue Stag, with Star Streak going up on the outside. Karinga Bay, the locally bred horse, running strongly between Star Streak and Blue Stag. And Defensive Play still the leader from Private Tender. Blue Stag, Star Streak on the outside, Karinga Bay and Middle Kingdom as they begin the run downhill now. And still Defensive Play towards the left, towards the right, Private Tender. Then comes Blue Stag, then Middle Kingdom over on the far rail, Star Streak and Karinga Bay now the back marker as they hit the 3 furlong pole. And it's Defensive Play from Blue Stag, and Willie Carson getting a beautiful run up on the inside on the favourite Blue Stag as Defensive Play's under pressure. Blue Stag forcing his way through, but now Star Streak is the challenger, and Karinga Bay is starting to get into top gear, racing to the furlong pole. Star Streak has taken it up now from Karinga Bay, who's finishing strongly towards the near side. The locally bred horse Karinga Bay coming to challenge them all as they race towards the line. Karinga Bay and Star Streak as they race towards the line. Karinga Bay has won it from Star Streak and Blue Stag. Karinga Bay is the winner from Star Streak and Blue Stag. Defensive Play came next, and behind him was Private Tender, and last was Middle Kingdom. It looks like a great local triumph for local breeding. Karinga Bay by Ardross out of Handy Dancer, owned by Mr. Ken Higson, trained by Dennis Smith and ridden by Brown Ross. Is in a photograph. I don't think there's any doubt that he's won it, but he's in an official photograph here with number 6, Star Streak, owned by Skill Tools Limited, trained by Mark Johnston and ridden by Walter Swinburne. Within 3rd place, I think we'll find number 3, Blue Stag, owned by Mr. Robert Sangster, trained by Barry Hills and ridden by Willie Carson. This is Karinga Bay, whose breeding was arranged by the late Captain Ron Price, who trained Sonia here at Findon. Congratulatory pat there from Brown Rouse to Karinga Bay's lad. Think there's little doubt that this son of Ardross has won it all right. It's officially a photo, but see what you think as we review the closing stages of a dramatic Gordon Stakes with Julian Wilson.
Yes, what a race, and good to see the Derby form upheld. But you wouldn't have thought so here, would you? Because look at him, he's under pressure, he's 5th of the 6. It's here that Brown Rouse pulls him out, but as he's done so often, he finds under pressure, he really has got a heart. Blue Stag switched over to the far rails. For a moment he looked like winning as defensive play weakens here. The first beaten was Private Tender, a very disappointing run by him. But it's Star Streak, the other Northern challenger, who hit the front a furlong and a half from home. And for a moment it looked as though he and Walter Swinburne were going to win the Gordon Stakes. But on the outside, Karinga Bay is steadily wearing his rival down. He still didn't look as though he'd get there. Brown Rouse had been at work for a long time now. Blue Stag rallies terrifically well under Willie Carson's driving on the far rails, and obviously the right-hand track and that opportunity to get to the fence helped him a lot. Star Streak just in front until now, when Karinga Bay hits the front, not giving Brown Rouse the easiest of rides, but sticks his neck out, gets there on the line, going away in the end to win perhaps by half a length. Star Streak second and Blue Stag third. A marvellous race from the first three, well clear.
Yes, just to let it be in the frame, but little doubt that that's the result of the 1990 Gordon Stakes. Karinga Bay, Star Streak, Blue Stag. As Julian said, he's all heart, this horse, a real battler. By that fine stayer, Ardross, only whiskered out of the Arc de Triomphe to himself. Out of Handy Dancer by Green God. A really gutsy performance, this. Karinga Bay's lad, conforming with contemporary custom and wearing his owner, Ken Higson's colours. Great triumph this for Dennis Smith. Bring this horse down from the north to win the prestigious Gordon Stakes, worth $23,000 to the winner. Happy augury for the North, who have plenty of challenges this week through Jack Berry. Karinga Bay, a 13-2 chance. Star Streak, double carpet, 33-1, and Blue Stag, the 11-8 favourite. That's the order in which they finished, I would say. Here it comes. First, number 4, Karinga Bay, and a great cheer from the local crowd. Second, number 6, Star Streak. Third, number 3, Blue Stag. Fourth, number 2, Defensive Play. And the starting prices as follows.
First, number 4, Karinga Bay, 13-2. Second, number 6, Star Streak, 33-1. And third, number 3, Blue Stag, 11-8 favourite. 6